Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Young Yings with yours truly, Reese Jobbit. Today is the 28th of June, and I sure hope you are all having a great Thursday on this stunning afternoon here in Hong Kong, with the sun shining and the birds chirping. Today, we'll be taking a different spin from the usual topics, as we will discuss the rise in artificial intelligence we are seeing in our daily lives, and how exactly this will affect us in our near future, whether that is for the good or for the bad. We are very lucky today to have a guest speaker. With us today is future specialist in technology, Decatron Winchester. In just a few minutes, he will help us by telling what exactly he notices in the development of our society from the past decade and looking forward into the future for mankind. Before I get any further into this, I will give you a brief overview on the background of artificial intelligence in case some of the listeners out there aren't exactly sure what I'm referring to. To shake it down for you, this type of technology known as AI is the ability to make a computer program or a machine think and learn. It is also a field of study which tries to make computers smart. They are capable of working on their own without being encoded with commands. For heaven's sake, we have already made self-driving cars. Now, if that doesn't hit you with multiple emotions at once, I'm not sure if you are human. This advancement in technology is absolutely insane. There are cars driving on roads today with nobody in the driver's seat. Now let me repeat myself. There are cars driving on the road next to you and I with nobody behind the wheel. That is absolutely insane to even think about. And most importantly, there is nobody there to react when possible hazards may occur while driving. Google has already begun expanding their business by making Google cars that act like taxis. I personally would never get in one of these cars. I would be terrified the entire time simply thinking how a machine is capable of seeing whether the light is turned green, yellow, or red. This may be biased simply because I am not an expert in this field or since I don't know more than what's said online, but the thought of artificial intelligence being able to drive cars is frightening. Furthermore, this is only the beginning, and this realm of technology will only grow and get more advanced at an unstoppable pace. I am certain that within the next 15 to 20 years, robots will be roaming the streets, working beside us, be our neighbors, and even be their own race. This is quite alarming, as if this does become reality, these AI robots will be more susceptible to adaptation, they will be quicker learners, therefore be more intelligent, and in the end, they will be superior to the human race. Mankind will no longer be on the top of the food chain. What could this demotion possibly result in? We will take a 30-second break, and when we return, we will be open to a few callers to hear what they think. If you are interested in sharing your views, call 403-679-9940 just after the break. All right, fellow listeners, we are back and ready for our first caller. Hello, caller number 1. You are live and we are ready to hear what you have to say.
Hi, thank you for letting me in on this urgent topic. I'm a truck driver, and like you mentioned earlier, AI is capable of driving vehicles, and this technology has already begun taking over taxis. I am worried for myself and my fellow colleagues, as it is very possible AI could take over the truck driving companies and leave hundreds of thousands of taxi and truck drivers unemployed. This line of work employs the most people in North America, therefore taking their jobs will affect them, along with their families, and altogether changing the lives of millions.
Thank you for that and for adding towards the conversation. I will be fighting for you and all other drivers out there. Do we have a second caller? Good afternoon, caller number 2. Go ahead whenever you are ready.
Hi Reese, just want to say I'm a huge fan and I love what you do. This topic doesn't affect me straight on like the last guy. However, I too am very concerned for what the future beholds for humans. I've seen many movies involving robots and them taking over Earth, and I know it may seem far-fetched, but those movies could very easily and soon become reality if we're not careful with our decisions and in who we trust to be making those decisions.
A great point said about who will get the right to make those decisions in the future. That question itself may very well be a topic in my next episode. Thank you for bringing that question to the table. Now, we will be lucky enough to meet Mr. Winchester and have the privilege of hearing from him. Without further ado, please welcome him to the mic.
Thank you, Reese, for having me today. I found what you said earlier very intriguing, and it sparked some great ideas into my head.
Mr. Winchester, looking at the big picture of artificial intelligence, are you for this type of advancement or against it?
Well, Reese, there's many different great possibilities that could come with AI, but there are some downsides to it. For example, it's a possibility that AI would take over our jobs in the future, and especially those in the driving area, but also in various other areas.
Could you give us a couple examples of positive outcomes linked to AI advancement?
Well, for sure, it would make life easier. We wouldn't have to do much in our daily lives. We could just ask someone else to do it for us, and it could help us cure diseases and stuff. Life would just become much easier.
Could you give us any projected statistics about the possible rise in unemployment rates that could happen if AI was taken to the next level?
Well, yes. If AI takes over taxis, buses, and truck driving, along with jobs involving accounting and retail store jobs, it would be taking nearly 45% of people's jobs in North America.
Those are some huge figures. Shocking to know that this is a very possible outcome in our near future. As scary as it is, I am quite curious to see how these predictions play out. Thank you, Mr. Winchester, once again for your generous time and for informing us all about this topic.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Reese.
That concludes today's episode, everyone. I hope you all learned something about the advancement in technology our society is facing. Or, if not, I am sure this made you rethink about the situation and its major influence it will have in our future. This is Reese Jobbett, and see you next time on Young's Yang.